How realistic is it to become a developer in 3 months? Okay, so that's gonna be the topic of this live stream. Right now, I'm actually on the way to the bank. You know how I do. Every time I touch down the bank is for a bag or to drop off a bag, right? But again, let's talk about it. What exactly is the probability of you becoming a developer within 3 months or even shorter than that, right? And I would say it's a 50-50 chance, okay? And it really comes down to how bad you want it, okay? How bad do you really want this? Are you somebody who's looking at this as a maybe possibility of like switching careers, or is this like the thing that you say, yeah, I'm going for this is the career that I want to get, and this is the career that I'm working towards to, right? Can you do it in 3 months? Hell yeah. Now I'm gonna break it down to you guys how you could do it within 3 months or less. First of all, you got to cut out all your friends. Second of all, if you have a significant other, that person got to support you and understand that the next month, 2 months is going to be crunch time. It's going to be you just staying home, working on your skills, building your skills, right? And creating your portfolio and creating the projects that you need to create, right? Some people will hold you back, okay? Some people will hold you back. Think about this like this. It's like it's like being an addict, right? Somebody that's an addict, right? He can't hang around with other addicts, right? And what do I mean by that? To put in the world of development, right? Well, if somebody's not doing anything with their lives, you can't hang out with them, because they're gonna push you in that same place. They're gonna say, hey man, you want to hang out? Hey man, you want to go take a drink? Hey man, you want to go smoke a little something? Hey man, you want to go go out, want to hit the strip club? Hey man, you want to go to this spot after hours? Like, right? They'll come in and waste your time with that, right? So it's just like an addict. Think of yourself as an addict. You're addicted to becoming a developer, okay? And you got to stay in, or you're not going to be lazy, okay? Now, another thing that I would say is you got to put in the hours. This thing has to do with basically working out your brain, okay? Every single day, you need to put in your 3 to 5 hours a day, okay? Knock out all of the courses that you need to knock out. By the way, if you want to check out CodingPhase.com, we have a curriculum for almost every type of career path that you can choose from. HTML email developer, front-end developer, back-end developer, full-stack developer, Shopify theme developer, Shopify app developer, WordPress developer. You have all of those curriculums in there, and either you sign up to the courses that I have, which is like $20 a month, or you could just go and take it wherever the hell you want to take it. But at least go to the website and check out the curriculum. Every course is in order, specific way to help you achieve your goals right away. Now, getting back to the subject, like, you have to put in 3 to 5 hours a day, okay? You cannot joke around. You cannot take this as a hobby, because I'll tell you right now, there's people here that's even watching this video right now that took it as a hobby, and they've been around for 2-3 years and they still don't work for nobody. They still haven't made one dime from becoming a developer. One thing that you will see on YouTube is notorious for having a whole bunch of people that do this as a hobby, right? Sometimes you want to join communities like the ASAP developers group, or even go on Facebook and try to find Facebook groups where there's people that only focus on learning to code and getting their job, right? YouTube is notorious for having people that look at this and, like, let's say right now, like, somebody could see me and say, oh, Joe got his crib, Joe works for himself, Joe got a little money here and there, like, shit, I'll watch him, right? But they take this as a hobby. Now, let's say out of 100 people, 60 of them take it as a hobby. 40 of them actually try to do it and take it serious, and about only 20 of them actually make it. That's just the truth. When you see those numbers, you see, like, perfect example from my boy Traverse Media, which I hold as the standard of YouTube, like, as far as the stats. Like, hey, if there's a million people following Traversy Media, that tells me there's about 1 million people that's interested in learning how to code. Okay, so what does that also tell me? That not 1 million people are developers. Probably out of those 1 million people, probably 40 to $50,000 actually work as developers. Then you have about 150,000 people that are trying, and then the rest of the people are just people that just come in and out, that take this as a hobby. You have to decide from early on, what do you want out of this? Are you looking for this thing to be a hobby, or are you really looking to get your job and get into the game? Okay, the guys that I've seen, I got guys like DJ Norris, I got this girl Cynthia, I got a couple of girls from South Africa, right? That they come in with the mentality of like, yo, I'm against the wall. I either gonna do this or I'm not gonna be able to eat. If you have that mentality in the back of your mind, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna get this as soon as possible. The people that have the luxury to say, you know what, I'm in an okay job. Like, you know, I have guys that have came in and, you know, like one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, you know who he is. He's an accountant, right? And he makes like $70,000 a year, right? He wants to switch over to becoming a web developer, but because maybe the first job that they're offering him is $5,000 less, you know, $10,000 less than what he's already making, he hasn't taken the leap of jumping into becoming a web developer, because in his head he's like, nah, I need to get $100,000, I need to get $90,000, I need to make more money than what I was making as an accountant, etc. Right? And that's a big mistake. That's another mistake that people make. You know, they come into the game and I understand that, you know, when you're coming into this career, this is a new career. Like, you could be making $1 million in another career, but now you're jumping into something completely different. You can't just say, well, I used to be a rapper and I used to get paid $1 million. Now you go to Google and you say to Google, well, I'm used to getting $1 million. Google's gonna look at you like, yo, bro, that's not what we pay here. You're a beginner. I don't care if you was making $1 million somewhere else. That's not how we pay. We don't pay you according to whatever your other job was paying you, unless it was directly connected to becoming a developer or being a developer, etc. Right? So sometimes people come in and they have this high expectations and don't understand that sometimes you got to take a hit to get into the industry. You're always going to make more money the more experience that you have, but you have to take those opportunities. There's people that have gotten opportunities and they leave it on the table because they want to get more. They feel like they could get more. And what happens is, those opportunities come to everybody. Every single person gets an opportunity initially, right? But if you don't take it, shit, you might be here for another 3 months trying to find a job. You might be here for another 6 months. You might be here for another year and a half, right? And that's what happening to this individual, right? To you know, to not take a $10,000 pay cut, that when you really think about it, it's $200 more on your check. Like, when you really think about it, right? $10,000 pay cut is about $200 more or $200 less on your check. So if you was making, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say you was making $6,000 a month, right? And, you know, now you're making 5,600. Like, who cares about that little bullshit? Because you're gonna make way more money than that once you have the experience. But people miss out on opportunities and don't take it because they feel like, oh, I see guys come in and get $100,000 offers and this and that, but then they don't know their story. You know, a lot of times when people come in and tell you those things and be like, oh, all the boot camps or even YouTubers come in and you know, grandiose somebody who comes in and gets $100,000 job. But what people don't know is their background. A lot of times people have degrees that's related to development. There's a guy that could come in and say, hey, well, I went to a boot camp, I learned how to code in 3-4 months. But what they don't tell you is that, oh yeah, he got a computer science degree. Oh yeah, he actually worked for a major corporation before, right? So it's not the same thing as you that is a Uber driver or a Lyft driver or a guy that's working in a warehouse. That other individual is coming in from another corporate company. So that also helps them to get those type of deals, because at the same time, it's like now they have experience in the corporate structure. They have a pretty big company that's behind them, or they have a computer science degree, a math and science degree. But at the same time, you as the junior developer that's trying to get into the game, you can't fall trap to the smoky mirrors. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes people wanna get more props. For example, I'll give you one example, right? There was this individual that I used to work with, right? And this individual, he went to a boot camp. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, bro, like this guy's very talented, right? So I already had like a year and a half of like me learning to code, and this was one of the first companies that I started working at. And this individual was very, very talented. But I was like, bro, there's no way that this guy only has 3 months of experience of programming. Now, the guy would tell everybody at the office, is like, oh yeah, I became a web developer in 3 months. I just started. And everybody will kiss his ass. It will be like, oh my God, this guy's a prodigy. This guy's this, and that. So I went out and I said, you know what? There's something fishy about this, right? I didn't say nothing, but I just kept it to myself because I know at what level you're at within 3 months. You can't be at that level in 3 months, right? At the level that this individual was. I did my little Googles, found out the dude was like literally like in a math team, right? He had already a degree in like math or something about math. He had like a master's in math, right? Then at the same time, he already had like programming skills from high school. He went to one of those development schools where they basically teach kids how to code in high school, right? Now, mind you, this individual was already like 22, 23 years old, but he's been building projects since like the age of 14. You get what I'm saying? He's been building projects since the age of 14, and then but at the job, he will say, oh yeah, I just started 3 months ago and I became a web developer. It's like, nah, stupid. You've been actually coding for over 10 years. You just happen to now start doing web development, which sometimes also skews the numbers. You get what I'm saying? Because somebody could come in and say, I've been doing, development in software, or been doing game development, right, for 10 years, 5 years. And then when they jump into web development, it's easier for them because they already have that fundamentals of programming, right, and computer science basically. So it's a different jump. You have 5 years of experience. Sometimes there's people that's on boot camps, that most of these boot camps come in and put these people on a pedestal and became a web developer, right? And he got $100,000 job. But what they don't tell you is the history, right? They don't tell you the history. This individual's been coding since 14. He's not at the same level as you and me, that we just came off the block. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we can't compare ourselves to somebody that's been doing this for 5-6 years. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you see those numbers, they're skewing the numbers, bro. They're skewing the numbers, so you can get hype and be like, well, I'm supposed to get $100,000 job because Lil Billy got $100,000 job. It's like, nah, bro. He has 5 years of experience. Maybe not working for a company, but he's been coding for 5 years. You could tell on his code. You could tell on the type of projects he has. You could tell on the experience that he has. You get what I'm saying? And you just started the other day. You just started, learning how to code online. You got 3 months that you've been taking a couple of courses. Now you're going to a job. People can read everything. People can read can read the lines of code, and and look at what you're doing, and literally say, okay, this person is at a level of $60,000 to $80,000, right? This person is at a level of $90,000 to $100,000. This person is at a level of $110,000 to $150,000. If you're not at that level yet, it's fine. Just take the job. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you guys ahead of time, don't miss out on opportunities because you say, oh, I want to wait it out. I want to see how much I could get. I want to get the maximum. It's like, nah, bro, get your first job. Okay, get your first job. You don't have to be at home or practicing and building up skills for 4 years, 2 years. Like, you could get hired right away and skip a lot of the things that people do when even they go to school, they go to boot camps, because you actually have have experience. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm actually driving, guys, so is this not safe? But it is what it is. This is how I love to do my live streams. Dangerous. I live on the edge. Okay, but yeah, man. Like I said, bro, like, you gotta take those opportunities. Don't be stupid out here, man. I'm telling you guys ahead of time. Like, don't be stupid. Like, go ahead. If the job opportunity is in front of you and you want to jump into this, just take it. They're giving you a job. It's a local company. They're offering you 50, 60, $70,000. Take it. I guarantee you in 6 months you're gonna make double than that, right? You're gonna make way more money than that, because if you're smart, you're gonna jump to the next company, right? Because once you get hired to your initial first job, that's only a stepping stone. That's for you to build experience. And then while you're still in that same company, you're building experience with the projects that they're giving you, and you also continue to learn at home. So by the time you have a year in, you could go in and start getting those $90,000, $100,000 offers, right? There's guys, like I said, there's guys that they gotta wait it out, right? I see guys that, they only trying to apply to big companies, right? They're like, nah, I'm only gonna go to Google, I'm only gonna go to Facebook, I'm only gonna go to Netflix and this and that, right? Fang. They're only gonna try to go to there. But what happens for like the next 9 months, next year and a half? All they're doing is doing code wars. All they're doing is doing little tutorials and algorithms and this and that to pass the interviews. Because those companies, when you have zero experience, they're gonna test the shit out of you, right? So they spent all this time going in and just studying for the interview, when in reality, if they would have spent that whole year and a half of just working, it would have been easier for them to get into those companies. Now, again, for you, you could make a better decision. You start working and you start making money ahead of time. You get what I'm saying? You start making money ahead of time instead of you just being at home and not make no bread. Now, let me make my little order right now. This is live. Hi, let me get a 2 bacon, egg, and cheese on cinnamon raisin bagels, and let me get a large strawberry colada.
Hold on, large strawberry colada.
And
Hold on, give me 1 second. And 2 bacon, egg, and cheese. Sounds okay?
No, cinnamon raisin bagels.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you.
All right.
It's gonna be $12.45.
Okay, cool. This is how we do it, man. Supporting Dunkin' Donuts, man. Yeah, man. Let me see. Da-da-da, blockchain, da-da-da. I'm reading what everybody's talking about. Bryce Hammond, what up? The Great One, what up? Okay, 4-year CS Public College. Hello, GOAT. If you did 4 hours a day every day, it's more than attainable. Yep. 4-month boot camp helped me learn more than I previously in 4 years. Yeah. I got a CS degree these last few months. Putting in hours taught me more than any class in college. It is. That's how it is. This is the people in the live chat room saying this, guys. Okay? Sometimes you go to school, and in reality, school is just like they give you theory, right? Sometimes, bro, I'm telling you ahead of time, like, I've seen this plenty of times where people graduate from school and don't even have no solid projects, bro. They don't even have no solid projects. And that's a problem, man. They graduate, they don't even know what to do, they don't know how to get a job. They gave them, a whole bunch of theory, but at the same time, they don't really have the skills to be ready for the workforce. 12:45. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, here you go. Man, that's crazy. I got too many damn credit cards, bro. But yeah, man. So let me see. Uh, here you go. Thank you. Thank you. So auto leisure.
Go to the second window.
Okay, cool. Auto leisure says, Joe, I cannot get access to the monthly timeline and half the yearly plan. Yeah, you do, bro. You got access to everything, bro. All you have to do is go to timeline. Like, go to codingphase.com/timeline. There's the timeline right there. Okay, bro. You have everything there. Now, at the same time, if you're looking to um, see your courses, there's a link on the top that says My Courses. You click on My Courses, and then from there, you go into your account, and you're inside of your account, you have all of the courses in there. My advice is to have a new tab open for the timeline. So choose the career path that you want to go to, and have that on a new tab on your Windows browser, right, or whatever browser you have, right, and just from there, look at the courses in that order. Because once you sign up to codingphase.com, you get access to all the courses if you're a yearly plus member. But once you do that, you also get to have all of the courses in there, and they're not really, we can't really organize every single one to show you, oh, this, take this one, take this one, take this one. So what you want to do is you want to have the timeline open, so on that window all the courses are in order, and you could just click in there and it takes you directly into the course that you need to take next. Okay. And again, by the way, is the somebody said, is the Discord still open? I missed the link in last night live stream. Yes, I'm gonna make a video in probably, I don't know, like in an hour from now. We're gonna make an official video talking about the Discord group and what are the plans that we're doing with that. Thank you. What are the plans that we're doing with that? So you will have another link to the invitation. Okay. So yeah, man. Now, right now, we heading to the bank. You know. Now we gotta take out some bread. This is the best part. Look, man. I swear to God, bro. The best part of me becoming a developer and doing all the things that I've done is the fact that I don't have to worry about nothing now. Like, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich. I'm just living comfortable. Like, right now, I gotta actually go in and and do, like, do a check. I gotta write a check. I don't even have no checkbooks, right? Which I should have, but TD Bank always playing games. They haven't sent me my new checkbooks, so I'm gonna have to write a check. I'm gonna have them write a check for me. Okay. But like I was saying, like, the beautiful thing about me becoming a developer now and doing what I've been doing for the past few years is just, I'm not worried about nothing, bro. Like, I just wake up. It's like right now I got a bill that I gotta pay, which is like $7,000, right? Which to some people is nothing. To somebody like me, like, yo, I've been broke, bro. Like, $7,000, that's a lot of bread. When I think about it, me working at a freaking bullshit company, a bullshit job back in the days, like $7,000, that's like a 2 months, 3 months salary for me back in the days, right? Before I became a developer. So now it's like I got a $7,000 bill that I gotta pay, but I ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going in, I'm just like, hey man, let me get that check, put it's $7,000, da da da, and that's it. We keep it moving. That shit doesn't affect me, does not hurt my pocket. I don't even think about it. It's just like, another bill that we gotta pay. On a monthly basis, we spending about, like, bro, no lie, probably, like, my expenses on the crib alone is like $8,000-9,000 a month. And then if we go into, like, oh, we went to a restaurant, we went to this and that, like, I just ordered the other day some new Versace sneakers. I got, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm really into, like, the Versace links. If you guys know which sneakers are those, they look like a Cuban link at the bottom of the sneakers feet, right? But then the design of it is pretty legit. A lot of people use them, but them shits is like $1,000 a pop. Now, why am I able to buy shit like this? It's like I fucking work hard, bro. We've been working hard. It's like every single day we doing a lot of work. Like I busted my ass working for other people. I learned the skills that I needed to learn. Now I use the same skills that I would have been getting paid for a company. Now I do it for myself. Then on top of that, I have multiple companies. I got CodingPhase. I got the new agency. I also have my other LLC for my affiliate marketing and my niche websites. Then on top of that, we're jumping into real estate now. Like, it's a lot of shit, a lot of sources of income, but none of this would have been possible if I didn't become a developer. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you're still on the fence and thinking like, oh, should I do this? Should I become a developer? It's like, bro, I'm telling you ahead of time. There's no other opportunity out there where you could get like big money, like big bread to invest in yourself, right? Legally, right? Like there's a lot of opportunities out in the streets, but legally, right? Legally, and you can do this. It's like a year, 2 years of sacrifice. If you working for somebody else until you get your bread up, you know what I'm saying? There's people that be like, Joe, I want to open up a restaurant. I want to do this and that. I'm like, bro, become a developer, get hired, save your money, and then now you could go and open up your restaurant. I use this thing as a way to, it's a vehicle for me to get to my dreams, to get to where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm still not stopping. Like, this is just the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is just the beginning right now, bro. We about to hit some numbers on 2021 that's gonna be crazy, especially with Shopify applications, bro. I'm telling you guys ahead of time. That's another thing too. If you're coming into CodingPhase.com, this is my advice. Go to CodingPhase. Learn everything that you need from the full stack, right? You could focus on the front end, you could focus on the back end. My advice is become a full stack developer. Once you become a full stack developer, take the 6-figure bundle, right? Take the 6-figure bundle. All the courses that are in the 6-figure bundle is going to teach you how to make money online with the skills that you already have. So while you're still looking for a job, you can still make some bread, okay? And set yourself in that career path. Then from there, focus on the Shopify theme course, Shopify app development course. And I'm telling you this because what you want to do is you want to have a plan to have an exit plan. You don't want to come into the game and be like, well, I just work for people for the rest of my life. Nah, you leave that shit for the workers. You get what I'm saying? If you don't want to be a worker, you don't need to be a worker. You have a skill where you can make gold. Straight up. Like, this is like being able to grow freaking money on trees. Build your own freaking machine to make gold. Like, it's like that, bro. Because you have that knowledge now and you have a skill that is profitable, right? There's so many different ways that you can make income. You can make income by creating a niche website. You can make income by creating a web application. You can make income by creating a web service. You can make income by creating a Shopify theme and selling that theme. You can make income by creating a Shopify application. You can make income by creating a WordPress website, and that website alone brings in income because of advertisement or affiliate marketing, right? Guys, I give you a very good example. Y'all remember when I had on my YouTube channel in the beginning? I still do. I still got some links to Udemy, right? When I had like about how many? When I had like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, you know how much money I was making just from affiliate links, right? Just of affiliate links to other people's courses, $2,000 a month. Now, you might say $2,000 a month is not much. Yeah, it's not much, but if you have like 6, 7, 8 different places that's bringing you in 2,000, calculate that. You get what I'm saying? This is how you get your freedom. You gotta be smart, right? There's a million ways of making income. It's just once you understand how the web works and you understand how to create things, you're good to go. So you don't want to come into the game of like, I'm just gonna work for somebody. Nah, bro. You're gonna work for somebody until you get your money up. You ever heard that song from Kanye West? He says, "Oh, wait till I get my money right." Like, you take people's bullshit. You kiss people's ass. You act like you love working there, but you do it for a goal, right? Wait until I get my money right. Once I get my money right, you won't see me kissing nobody's ass. You won't see me doing all this extra shit. Like, that's just how life is, right? But you gotta put yourself in that trajectory, because if not, you're gonna be right here. You want to be the guys that their life goes like this, and every single 2-3 years they reinvent themselves and create new opportunities for themselves, right? You don't want to be the guys that's just plateaued and they only get to go up whenever a company decides to give them a little boost. You don't want to be that guy. Take my example, guys. Like, I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a regular dude. You know what I mean? And whenever I say dude, I don't talk like that, right? This is the PG version. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular dude. You know what I mean? But you can fill in the blanks of what I'm really saying, okay? But I'm just a regular dude, bro. And like, literally, like, if I did it and this shit works, I'm seeing from a lot of people that they're doing the same thing, following what I've been telling them, and they're finding success like crazy, bro. They come into the game. I got somebody that got hired in 2017, and now we're in 2020, and literally, like, now they already quit their job. They're out of there. They're not going back to work. Shit. Omar Suriel is another. He's not a direct student of mine, but he followed what we told people to do here, which is do exactly what I did. I work for people, I work for companies, build my income, build my wealth, right? Which is just, you don't have wealth is not saying like you're rich. Wealth is like you have some type of savings, you have some type of extra income that you can make investments in yourself and all of these things. Like, look at Omar. Omar got 2 cribs, bro. Omar beating me. Like, Omar came to the game in 2017. By 2019, he already had 2 cribs, 2 houses in Ohio, doing his thing. Now, right now, he's not even working for nobody. He's just living off his own income that he has. And right now, he's about to go partners with me on this new agency. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. That's how you come into the game. And you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't teach him how to code. He just followed what we was already doing here. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the time, I didn't even have no courses. I didn't have nothing. So I just told him, the courses that he should take to make him competitive in the game, right? But now we offer that. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, take advantage, man. Take advantage of this thing, man. Jason Bell says, you're my favorite channel. Amen. Thank you, man. You're my favorite subscriber. Because I'm your favorite channel. You're my favorite subscriber now. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Keep this live up. Yeah, we're going to keep it up. Martina Carey. I got you. All right, dude. Yeah, man. Creekside ENT, thank you for the super chat. I want to say thank you to Auto Leisure, I think Auto Leisure. Thank you for the super chat too, man. I appreciate it. This is the thing. What people don't know is, like, whenever you do a super chat, what I do is I bring it back to the community. Like, I don't really need a super chats, right? But what I do use that income that comes in, that extra money from like, from YouTube or little things like that. What I do is I try to give it back to the people, either when somebody needs something, or do things like right now we're giving away a brand new MacBook Pro to a winner. We're also giving another $500 to another winner who won the Shopify theme developer, and then we're giving 2 other guys $250 a pop, because they were also part of the Shopify theme development career bundle, right? So yeah, man, we try to give it back to the peoples. What do you think Shopify for future as web development? Bro, Shopify is the wave, bro. Look, Shopify is literally what WordPress was in 2008. It's young. Even though Shopify has been around for a long time, right? But it's young. Right now, it hit a point where everybody knows about it, where everybody is getting on it. Okay, so for example, the guys at Airbnb is super old, but Airbnb didn't really get popular until like 2010, 2011, around there. That's when Airbnb became what Airbnb is now. So Shopify just hit that point, right? Once you hit that point of everybody knows about your company for a specific task, that's when you hit that pinnacle. You hit the top. You're like, yo, okay, this is that moment, right? So Shopify just hit that, right? When people say, hey, create an e-commerce website, they don't say, oh, go to WordPress, go to freaking Magento, go to, I don't know, Squarespace, go to Wix. They don't say that. What they say, hey, go to Shopify, right? Once you go and become like normalized, especially right now with everything that's happening. So Shopify just did a big deal with TikTok, right? Shopify just did a big deal with Facebook. Shopify just did a big deal with Walmart, right? Which allows for everybody to sell in those platforms. So when you create a website with Shopify, right, you have your application, all of your products, you can now integrate them to be selling in those marketplaces. So all those marketplaces, they're trying to compete with Amazon. And Shopify currently right now has more third party sellers than Amazon itself. So places like Walmart, they're trying to compete with Amazon. The reason why Amazon is so big is not because Amazon has products, it's because Amazon has almost every product that you could think of from a third-party company, right? If I want to buy a headphone, I could go and see products from Apple, Samsung, from JVC, Sony, from everybody, and everybody's selling within Amazon. So now currently too, with Shopify and being able to integrate into the Walmart platform, Walmart has about 124 million visitors, shoppers that keep buying on Walmart. And then on top of that, they have all of the physical locations. So when I'm an entrepreneur and I say, I got a product I want to sell, I'm going to use Shopify to be able to sell within all those marketplaces, because you can't just go to Walmart and say, I want to sell here on Walmart. It's like you got to go through a third-party system. So Shopify is that third-party system where people can sell inside of all those marketplaces. So when people go in and say, oh, this is a product from, I don't know, from Teletubby freaking sodas or something like that, right? And they go to teletubbysodas.com. That website is built on Shopify, because most companies are not going to have a website that has Shopify integration to Walmart, and then they're going to have a separate website done in Node.js and in PHP. They're not going to do none of that. What they're going to do is they're going to use the Shopify platform, which guarantees that no matter how many people go and go to their websites, the website's never going to go down. No matter how many people try to go and hack into their website to steal credit cards, they don't have to worry about that. They just sell their product. You get what I'm saying? They just sell the product. They have a huge company that takes care of all of the things that makes e-commerce difficult. Payment gateways, security, cart system, marketing. Like, they have so many different things. So us as developers, we need to take advantage of this, right? Not a lot of people are talking about it, right? All the people that are just getting into it is because they're seeing what we're talking about here, right? Wait until 2021 when you start seeing the numbers that I've been getting with the Shopify courses and the Shopify apps. It's a wrap after that. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm talking about Shopify, but in reality, like, I'm telling you guys to get on it, but you guys are really not my main audience for that. And I'll tell you why, right? My main audience for Shopify, right, is not really the guy that wants to become a developer and just work for a company. The Shopify audience is really for the entrepreneur, for the person that don't want to work for nobody, the person that already has a store, that has a drop shipping store, and says, you know what, Instead of me having to pay somebody $50 an hour to come and fix a little thing, I could go and fix it myself, right? That's my biggest audience that's actually buying my Shopify courses. It's not really the guys that's developers, right? Because most guys, they look at that and they're like, oh, this is like WordPress, is this really coding, and this and that. It's like, yeah, stupid, it's a full stack application. You're gonna need to know full stack. But they're so institutionalized, you get what I'm saying? They're so institutionalized that they don't understand that you got to use third-party systems to speed up the processes. You get what I'm saying? Like, once you know how to code, it's not about, oh, can I code this myself? Can I build everything from scratch? Can I build my API from scratch? Can I do this and that? It's like, nah, bro. It's you use tools to make the product better and the project to run faster, right? And get built faster so you can make more money. Now, entrepreneurs and people who are in the e-commerce business, they understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no lie. When I dropped the Shopify app developers bundle, which it was really the Shopify bundle, and I had to separate it into two: Shopify theme and Shopify app development. Bro, we made $100,000 in that 1 month. $100,000, right? Now, from here, from the community, right? How much you think that we got to sell? Like $4,000 worth, which is not much, because when you come in and you say $4,000 divided by $200, which is what the course costs, how many people you think were really smart enough to take that bundle from here? They didn't understand it. But you know what I did? I shared my course within all of the drop shipping and Facebook groups that talk about e-commerce and and Shopify. Bro, we sold like crazy. That's my number one bundle right now. For those of you guys that have the yearly plus membership, you got a great deal, right? Because that course alone is selling like hotcakes, because people understand what's coming. People understand what's happening right now. Okay? This is like WordPress when WordPress was in 2008. There's no competition. Nobody knows how to do it. There's a couple of little guys out there that have like small little courses, but they don't even have the whole shebang that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the courses that I have in that bundle, those guys don't have that. They only teach you one thing. They say, okay, if you want to learn about Shopify, they'll teach you the basics of it. None of them have real projects. None of them have real applications. None of them actually really have a full curriculum of learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, Node.js. None of them have that whole bundle. They just have, hey, this is the Shopify platform. This is how we do this here. This, and that. And it could be great for somebody that has like a year, 2 years of experience. But the new developer or the new individual who is trying to get into Shopify, he don't know HTML, he don't know CSS, he don't know JavaScript, he don't know that whole shebang. So you gotta package it up properly so they could learn everything, all those prerequisites. So we sold like hotcakes. That's the biggest thing that we ever sold. We've never made 100K in one single launch, right? We've never done that before. You get what I'm saying? So that tells you the interest that there is in Shopify. And those people, the majority of them were entrepreneurs, people that own, stores and own dropshipping stores and are getting into Shopify. But they just want to learn enough, not to do all the work, but just to know what's going on under the hood. And that's why they bought the course. You get what I'm saying? So even at that, for you guys, the amount of jobs that's going to be created with Shopify is crazy. The amount of gigs that you could get right now is crazy. You go on Fiverr.com, you'll see that there's nothing but jobs like gigs that are $1,000 and up. Because this is e-commerce, kids. This is not you building websites for your little friend who has a little rap group in your neighborhood. E-commerce, the people that have an e-commerce business that sell product understand that you need to invest money to make money, okay? And you cannot be cheap, because if you're cheap, you're not going to get sales. So people are willing to pay for your Shopify applications, your Shopify themes, right? A lot of guys, I already seen this the other day on a Facebook group for like Shopify developers, and some guys, they were already talking shit about me. They're like, oh, I don't know why this guy is bringing this thing to light. You know, a lot of guys are pissed right now because I'm talking about something that nobody wants to talk about. So for the guys that do know it, they're killing it. They're making bread right now, bro. So me sharing this on YouTube and talk about Shopify, and now that I'm gonna go out of my way and I'm literally gonna show my income of how much I make with Shopify in a whole year's worth, right? Like literally that's gonna change the game because I have a platform, right? I have a platform that when I say something and when I show something here, it makes waves throughout the whole industry. Believe it or not. For those of you guys that have been here since 2017, y'all know that when I do something, everybody else starts doing it because people watch what I do. I'm just a regular person, right? A regular dude. You might say, yo, you just a regular dude. And it's true. But what happens is when you have a YouTube channel like this one, which has a lot of influence, people come in, they take what we're doing and they amplify it even more. You get what I'm saying? So once we start showing the numbers that we've been getting with Shopify, it's a wrap after that. Now, you guys that are already on my website, you have an advantage because by the time all of this other clowns start trying to get into Shopify, you already have a year of experience, 2 years of experience. You're already selling products online. You're already selling your applications on a subscription. You're already selling your Shopify theme. So by the time they try to get in, you already have an establishment. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just crazy how, you know, yo, Shopify is the fucking wave, bro. Like, I'm telling you guys ahead of time, I'm gonna become a millionaire off Shopify alone, bro. Off Shopify alone, bro. Like, we've been working hard, but we never touched the 1 million, bro. We stayed at the 500. Like this year, I think we're gonna make like 700 in total, you know, from all my businesses and everything. But I believe Shopify alone is gonna bring me in next year 500,000, bro, just from Shopify alone. And then on top of that, we got, you know, a lot of plans for the clients that we're trying to get. I'm getting my Shopify Plus certification, which is difficult to get that, okay? That's a certification that tells you that you can work with enterprise level companies. So that's one thing that I'm getting myself into. So I'm diving deep into Shopify. It's not just like, oh, Joe does Shopify, does the little courses. Like, you have to understand how this shit works, man. You know, because I'm super transparent with you guys, right? I'm super transparent. This is how shit works, right? I come in, I get success with things that not everybody does, right? There's no web developer that talk about niche websites. There's no web developer that really talks out here about, you know, making your own income. This is the things that I've been doing. Why are you guys here, right? Are you just here because you're like, oh shit, I just want to see Joe talk shit on the internet? Nah, you're not here for that. You're here because you want to get to the same level and you also want to pick up on the gems and apply it to yourself. That's why you're here. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not here to be like, oh, I'm just gonna support Joe. I just want to see Joe's face. You don't want to see my face, bro. What you're here for is you want to get your bag, right? So this is what happens. I'm super transparent. And why do I share everything that I do? Because it's a full circle, okay? When I come in and have success with things, I can come in and show it back to you guys and teach it back to you guys, right? The good thing about me creating the Shopify theme course and Shopify app course is that now I don't have to create that in the future. The courses is already done. As people see the amount of money that we're making with Shopify, right? And they start seeing, damn, Joe got the brand new Rolls Royce. Damn, Joe is moving like this. Joe is doing this and that. Yeah, when we doing those moves, people want to know, how the hell do you do this, Joe? How do you get to that game? Easy. I already made the course. The course is right there. It's at CodingPhase.com. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just being honest with you guys, right? Everything that I do is beneficial for me as a business owner, right? So pretty much I jump into things that's going to get me money. I don't jump into things because I love it. Do I love Shopify? No, I don't, right? Why? Because Shopify is too easy. It's not challenging. Like, I'll be honest, as a developer that been here in the game for like almost 10 years, Bro, this shit is not challenging. This shit is easy. It's like when I'm working on this type of applications, this shit is so easy. I'm like, this shit is like a crud. Like, it's just create, read, update, delete, connect to the API, create this, come up with an idea, build it. That's it. It's simple, so it's not challenging. But you know what's exciting? That we making bread with it. Okay, we're making bread with it. And that's what's exciting. So as I come back and I share all of those things with you guys and show it to the people, and people start seeing. You saw how I was sharing already. A couple of Shopify app developers. They're making like 30 grand a month. You know, I have 2 apps up right now, and I'm not making 30 grand, but shit, on my first month, we made $1,500. That's way more money than I made on my first niche website. My first niche website, when I created a niche website in like 2012, around there, and I launched it, you know how much I made? $30. $30. So with 2 applications, and we're making like $1,500 a month on the first month, that tells you something. We're not talking about, hey, I'm going to make $30 on my first month. We're talking about we just made $1,500, right? Now, I haven't even promoted it. I haven't even put it out here. I haven't even shared it with you guys. I haven't told anybody. I just created the app, put it in the app store, and that's it. It's up there, right? Now, imagine now, once I start making, I'm creating a new YouTube channel that is just talking about Shopify. So I'm gonna create like content of like how to sell on Shopify, how to what are the top 10 Shopify apps that people should download, and at the same time I'm gonna add my own apps in there. You get what I'm saying? Being smart. I'm gonna put like, yo, top 8, top 10 Shopify apps to do this and that, right? Give them a top 10 list, add both of my apps in there on the top 10. Now, what does that do for that audience of Shopify entrepreneurs that are signing up and buying into Shopify? Now they know that my app exists. So then now that's gonna bring in more subscriptions to those applications. And every month, my goal is to try to do 2 to 3 applications per month. Okay. Now, again, those top 10 lists, I'm not doing it here. I'm not trying to make this channel just about Shopify. This is a web development channel. But my other channel that I'm building is going to be nothing but Shopify. Nothing but Shopify. Talking about Shopify SEO. Talking about how to sell your first product. How to do marketing on Facebook from Shopify. Like a whole bunch of free content. And there's a huge audience, bro. Like, you see how we over here, like, we scrambling to get 60, 70,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, right? In that niche of Shopify, there's so many people that's jumping into drop shipping, and so many people talking about e-commerce, that even the dudes that don't even have quality, I see dudes with like a video on their laptop with no background, no lighting, no nothing, no microphone, and they're getting like 200, 300,000 views, right? Which is going to be great, because I'm not going to use YouTube for becoming a YouTuber. I don't care about that shit. What I care about is to bring eyes into my own applications, because that's where the money is at, right? Creating these applications, creating these themes, right? Selling them, okay? And like, that's the goal, man. And that's how you got to make bread, bro. So that's why I'm just telling you guys ahead of time, so when people be like, damn, Joe's out here making moves, it's like, nah, bro, we focus on Shopify, bro. That's what you need to be focused at, like, get your job. Like, sometimes I don't want you guys to feel like you got to think too much of ahead, but think about it like this. If there's an opportunity for you to get a job, get the job, so you could get paid while you're still learning all of the skills, and you're still building up your own brand, you're building up your own company, you're getting your first LLC, you're setting yourself up, right? Like, that could take you a year to 2 years to set yourself up properly. So I wouldn't tell you, hey, stop everything that you're doing to become a Shopify app developer right now, but start setting yourself up so you could get into the game within 6 months, 7, 8 months. Once you get your job, they could pay you to maintain yourself. You could pay your bills, you could pay your rent, you could pay for your car, etc. And then when you get home, Same way how you were studying for 3-4 hours a day, 3-5 hours a day. Come back home and work on your Shopify applications, Shopify themes, bro. This you could sell HTML and CSS themes on themeforest.net. Man, y'all get me pissed off, bro. Every time I'm talking about some shit and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, why none of these people understand this? Like, why nobody wants to do this work? Like, why nobody wants to come to CodingPhase and like literally put in the work 3 to 5 hours a day, bro? You're gonna get results, bro. There's fucking so much money out here. Like, I'm nothing special, bro. The guys that look like they're special, like you see guys in here on YouTube, like them. That's a developer. That guy looks like he been doing it for 10 years. I look like I just came off the block. You know what I'm saying? I look like I just came off the block. Like we was just running a full court playing some ball right now, right? I'm just a regular dude, but I'm like, yo, one thing that you could see, bro, we make more money than a lot of the people that's big on YouTube. We're business savvy, bro. We come into the game with a plan. Like, we're not just learning how to code just because. You get what I'm saying? We coming into the game with a plan, bro. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of resources this week. All the places that you guys should be checking out, because there's a couple of other people that are just like me. Because when I come here and I talk to you guys, you might say this is bullshit, right? I don't believe this dude. I don't know, this shit might be real. All right, cool. I'm gonna give you a couple of resources of people that's doing it just exactly how I'm doing it, right? But they're even doing it in a bigger scale because they've been doing it for way more years than me. I've been like, think about it like this. I sacrificed 3 years of my life, right, to create CodingPhase.com, create all those courses. That kind of put me on hold, bro. That kind of put me on hold because creating courses, it takes a lot of time and you got to do all that work, okay? But before that, like, it was on and popping. But now a lot of the people that were my peers that started like doing niche websites, doing creating income online, they're way higher than me because they have a 3-year run ahead of me. You get what I'm saying? Imagine this, like, everybody that was like in my peers, that were my peers, like right now they're on the millions right now. You get what I'm saying? Because they have 3 years ahead of me. I put everything on hold to create these courses for you so you can have a full curriculum. But those guys, they never stopped. They never took a break to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Like, in reality, this was like one of the worst things that I did for my personal gain, right? For myself, that I feel good when I see people that get their jobs, get hired, get paid, right? I'm happy, right? That makes me happy. But on a personal level, it fucking stopped a lot of things because I invested too much time into YouTube, right? So, and to create the courses on CodingPhase.com. But the guys that continue, bro, like, you'll see them, like, they got the Lamborghinis, they got the fucking, the $1 million house. I'm still at a $500,000 level, bro. Like, I've been on this level for a minute, right? Now we're getting into Shopify and going full force. Now you're gonna see the transition, how we go from that $500,000, right? Because when I say we're at the $500,000 level, right, it's true, right? But you also got to remember, you got to pay taxes, right? You got to pay taxes, you got to pay expenses. How much do I really keep out of $500,000? About like $250,000, $270,000, right? That's not much for me to be like, damn, I'm gonna buy the Lamborghini. You can't be buying Lamborghinis at $270,000. You gotta be keeping in profit at least $700,000 and more to be in that game. To be like, yo, I'm buying a $1 million house. I'm buying this, and that. Like, for me to get to that game, I need to get to $700,000 up in profit. So that tells you that we got to generate at least $1.4 million, so we could say, okay, half of it is profit and we could do all the shit that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? But again, because I put in 3.5 years into creating CodingPhase.com and all the courses for you guys, that put me on hold. But the guys that were like my friends from forums and shit like that, they never stopped. They never took a 3-year stop, sabbatical. How they took a sabbatical? It's like, yo, I'm gonna stop real quick. Let me go help people. These guys ain't helping nobody. You don't see them on blogs. You don't see them. You might see them on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest, bro. But it was worth it because I love the fact that if somebody wants to do this, they have everything that they need at codingphase.com. They don't have to go in and be like, well, I'm gonna go take Joe's Shopify course, but then I'm gonna go take Stephen Crowder's JavaScript course, and then I'm gonna go take Traversing Media's Learn Stack, and then I'm gonna go take this and that. Like, nah. You go to CodingPhase.com, it's a one-stop shop. All the courses you need is right there. You know what I'm saying? So it was worth it. You know, it was something that I wanted to do. It was a goal that I had in my head to create a full curriculum for people. I got it done. You get what I'm saying? Jim Master says, what course should I take before your Shopify course? Go to the website, codingphase.com/timeline. Right there it says career paths. You click on Shopify app developer and then everything is in order. All the courses are there, bro. But again, man, I get tired when people come in here and don't take advantage. They don't understand. Like, I know some of you guys that have been here for 6 months, okay, or more. Bro, do you understand if you would have came into Coding Phase and done exactly what I told you, by now you would have been hired. By now you would have been already in a trajectory to get paid. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want for you guys. I want the best thing. I don't want you guys to come here and watch me just to watch me, bro. Take action. To start at codingphase.com is $20. You click in the description, probably 50% off. You get what I'm saying? You go to codingphase.com, maybe you already applied a coupon code, you got 50% off, $10, bro. Get started. It don't take that long. There's people that get results in less than 3 months, that they get into the game right away. I'm guaranteeing you guys that if you put in the work, you're gonna see the results right away. Don't waste no time. This isn't about, oh, I'm oh, I like Joe or this and that. Like, you don't have to like me, bro. You could hate me. You could say, I hate this dude, right? But at the same time, let me just help you. Let me just get you into the game. Let me get you into a job. Let me get you into making income on the side. You're gonna thank me later. A year from now, you're gonna be like, holy shit, this shit changed my whole life, bro. Like, what we're doing here is beyond just learning how to code, right? We're literally creating opportunities for you to actually change your life, okay? And it sounds cliche, it sounds like some bullshit that Tony Robbins would have wrote, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you right now are making, I don't know, 30, 40 grand, 50 grand a year right now, or even a little bit higher than that, imagine being able to make 200, 300,000. That's the trajectory that you're going. If you're listening to what I'm telling you and doing the courses that I'm giving you, right? That's what you're gonna get. And you could easily see it once you start going in. You learn at least the full stack. Learn the full stack, you get your first job. You're gonna get the first taste of it. You're like, damn, I got a good job. I'm working from home because right now everybody's working remote, right? And I'm getting paid pretty well. Then on top of that, I got extra time. I could work on my side income and create my own, microservices or applications. And now you start seeing, you're like, oh shit, I made $1,000. That $1,000 6 months later, every single month, it continues to grow because you continue to work on it and continue to add new features, continue to promote it. That $1,000 now becomes $4,000. So then now in 1 year, you're basically halfway there to making as much money as you're making on your full-time job. Okay, so 2 years in, right, you're already making as much money as you are as a developer. If you're making $8,000 a month, before taxes, and you're able to make $8,000 a month independently, that's it. You're making exactly the same amount of money of you working as a developer. Now, would I say quit your job at that moment? Nah. That's when you stack up. That's when you start putting that bread into a savings account. You put it into investment, start buying your Tesla stocks, start putting it into 401ks, etc. You start doing that because you have that extra income that now you could play with. Okay, now you're 2 years, 3 years in as a developer. Then you hit that point where you're like, okay, Now I'm making $10,000 a month or more independently. Do I want to continue working for somebody, or do you want to work for yourself? That's when you're gonna hit that bump, and you're gonna say, okay, cool, I'm gonna work for myself. And one thing that's gonna happen is that income, that $10,000 that you was making, is gonna double. You know why? Because you was doing it part-time. You was doing it with 3 hours a day when you got home. You did it, on the weekends. Now that you're able to work on your own company, your own businesses, your own ideas independently, full time, and as many hours as you like, right? Because one thing that you're gonna notice is that this shit is addicting. That's how it is for me. Like, once I quit my job, I could easily just work 3 days out of the week, but I'm addicted to the fact of freaking how I think, who is it that says that? I mean, the Hellcat says in one of his songs, he said, "I'm addicted to the money machine," right? He said, "I'm addicted to the sound of the money machine," and it's true. So once you become addicted to this shit, and you're like, "Oh man, if I work hard and I work 5-6 days a week, shit, I'm gonna make a killing." Because you understand why people don't want to do overtime, right? This is the thing. When you do overtime at a company, that's not your company. You could work as hard as you can. You're only gonna get paid the amount that they told you to, that you was gonna get paid, right? They're paying you $20 an hour. You do overtime, you get to do 40. That's it. But it doesn't matter that you work super hard, and that generates them an extra $6,000 for those extra hours that you freaking worked. But when you're working for yourself, it becomes addicting, right? It becomes addicting because you like, man, shit, if I put those extra hours might make the difference of me making an extra $10,000. You get what I'm saying? So then now you're just constantly working, but it's worth it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's worth it. Like, I'm over here like this, bro. Every time I'm in this shit, I feel like I'm in a spaceship, bro. I'm in a fucking spaceship, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came up, bro. We came up, and I'm just waiting right now. Like I said, I'm not really like a Lamborghini type of dude, but 2021 we might do something crazy. I want to get the Rolls Royce Wraith. When I open the door, when the door doesn't even open like this, like right now, this door opens up from here. When my shit opens up from over here and I go like that, sideways, suicide doors, like, it's a wrap. I'm gonna feel like $1,000,000 in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good in this one, but this is what I call the family jump off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just for me to feel good when I'm with the family. But when I come in and pull out that Wraith, pull out that Phantom, we look up to the sky and this the stars. Like, right now we got the sky. I want to see the stars. You know what I mean? We working hard for that shit, bro. Yeah, man. We working hard for that, man. Straight up. Yeah, bro. Bro, this is like, yo, you sold me. No, I'm not even trying to sell you. Look, man, I'm living a very comfortable lifestyle. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything. I'm trying to just get you guys into the game, bro. Like, if I really wanted to sell you guys on something, I would be like, guys, buy my lifetime membership. It's $1,000. And like, I don't want to sell you on anything. I just want everybody that has the drive. Because I'll be honest, this isn't easy. It's not easy to come home, do 3 hours a day of coding, sit down in front of a computer, watch somebody talk shit, teaching you how to code, yeah, doing some projects that maybe you don't understand what the project is about. Shit, it might not be for everybody. But to have an opportunity to get into something that is very beneficial for you with just $20, $10, people look at me crazy. They're like, yo, you give me so much freaking courses, and your subscription is crazy. Like, when you really think about it, you got like 80 courses. If you divide 80 courses into like $20, how much you're paying per course? Like, in reality, like, you're really paying cents on the dollar. You get what I'm saying? Now, most people, what they would do if they really wanted to make money off this, right? Because this shit is valuable. What I'm giving you guys is like literally from my brain, my life experience, the thing that's working, and it's working right now. Like this isn't, oh, Joe became a millionaire 10 years ago and he's teaching about some shit that he learned 10 years ago. Nah, bro, I'm teaching you guys the things that's happening right now, even in my life right now that I'm using right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Shopify development, right? Somebody told me like, yo, Joe, I don't understand why you added the Shopify app development into the yearly plus membership, right? Which I shouldn't. If I really wanted to make money off this shit, I wouldn't even add that to my yearly plus membership, because that's my top selling course. You get what I'm saying? And I could sell that course for $500 easily. But the thing is, I want to be the type of person that I make everything accessible to everybody. So it don't matter. You could be the most bummiest dude in the world, bro. $100 for 6 months. You could pay $100 at CodingPhase.com for 6 months and get access to everything that you need. Get your career going. Get your job, right? And you're gonna be fine. You get what I'm saying? You could be the most bummiest dude in the world and be like, damn, I ain't got shit right now. I got this and that. Bro, you could come up with $100 to get access to 6 months of all the courses that you need, right? Now, I know because I've been in that situation. Like, I fucking made it happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I got to this game by just be like, well, I want everything free. Nah, the people that was teaching me how to do a lot of the shit that I'm doing right now, I had to pay for it. This is the thing. Everybody has to pay for something. You know, those guys had to pay for, going to Ivy League schools, and then they were able to mentor me. I had to pay for guys to teach me about marketing, and that cost them money because they had to spend money, like losing money. Like when you're starting with marketing, you lose a lot of money doing ads and things like that. So when you're paying for somebody to teach you something, you're paying for you to not have to do that investment, okay, and lose money. So I did all of that, right? So even if you're like the most bummiest dude in the world, and you're like, bro, I don't got nothing. You got $10 in your pocket, bro. Like you could go in and start with that. And then once you get ready, you could go in and say, cool, I got $100 together. I could sign up for CodingPhase.com on the yearly plan. I do it in a split, right? So it's like $200 for the whole year. Split it up to $100 for 6 months. Shit, you got over 80 courses, and we keep on adding more courses every month. This is the best deal. This shit is better than Netflix. And it's current. Like, we're not creating shit that is not current. Everything that's in there is current. It's the things that you're gonna need for right now. So at the same time, people told me like, yo, why are you putting the Shopify bundle in there? And I'm like, bro, because I want the person that wants to get into it to be able to get into it. Because I can guarantee you right now, give it like 6 months, there's gonna be a guy that's gonna come up on YouTube, and you're gonna see their advertisement all up in your face, all up in the videos, telling you, hey guys, you want to learn Shopify app development? Here's my $1,000 course, and this and that. Now you might not have $1,000 in your pocket, that kicks you out. Now you can't get into that. Now you can't get that knowledge because you don't got $1,000. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to get everybody in it. I'm trying to help as many people as possible to get into the game. Because the way how I look at it is like this. If I'm able to get you into the game and you start making money, like right now, some of you guys might say, shit, Joe, I only got $10 in my pocket. Cool, that's great, right? So you're my investment. I come in, give you all the courses for dirt cheap, $10. Then when you get your job, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna come back and say, yo, Joe, thank you, I really appreciate it. I got fucking a job. I started making my money and started doing this and that. So then what most people do is they come back once they start having success and they sign up for a yearly plus membership, no coupon, right? Or lifetime membership, no coupon, because they already got their job. They already got their skills that's making them money and all that shit, right? So by you becoming successful and you having money in your pocket, I get to have some money in my pocket. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm investing my time and my money into you guys, okay? So you could become successful, and then once you start making bread, I know for sure the majority of you guys is gonna come back and be like, yo, Joe, thank you, I appreciate it. Now I got some extra bread in my pocket. Here's a donation. Here's a super chat. Here's a this and that. That's how people is, bro. That's something that I learned over time, that you don't have to milk people and be like, well, I'm trying to get the biggest sell out of them. Nah, I don't care about that shit. I want you to succeed, and when you are successful, you will take care of me in your own way. I just got somebody that, my daughter was born, right? My daughter was born, and one of my subscribers, I got two people that, did some really nice gesture, right? Two people came in. One subscriber that right now he's making a killing right now. He actually lives in California. He making a killing. He came. He sent me a gift for my daughter's birthday. Like, he sent me a gift for my daughter's birthday. That gift alone is like $900. Right? He came into CodingPhase.com. He paid the little $10. He got his job. He's doing this and that. He's doing his shit. He came back, bought me a gift for like $900 for my daughter, because my daughter's born. Bobby Davis just came in, sent me a whole bunch of clothes for my daughter, a whole bunch of cute clothes. Nice clothes, bro. Nice little package. Came back in, took care of me, right? Which is, it might seem like small things, but that's how people is, freaking this dude, DJ Norris, another one, came into the game with $10. Once he got his job, now he's working at NASA and shit. Like, he's up there, bro. He's doing his own thing, right? Came back, what he did, found success. He followed everything that we told him, working, got a really good job, came back, bought a lifetime, right? That's how people do. So it's like, by me helping you and making sure that I can make it accessible to you, in the long term, I get to win. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to like upsell people or this and that. I don't do that. If I wanted to, I could do it, but that's not what I do. What I do is I try to make everything accessible to everybody without me selling it at a crackhead price. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't go in and be like, well, guys, I'm selling my courses at $2 a piece. Like, that would be stupid. Like, now I'm just giving it away when all this shit takes a lot of work. But that's how it is, man. You take care of your people, and they come in and they take care of you at the end. Mine and Matter says, barriers to entry for real. Yeah, that's the thing. I see that shit all the time. Sometimes people, they have the knowledge and they could teach it to others, but they put a barrier right there, and they're like a big ass paywall that the people that could really take advantage of a course or a training, they can't get access to it because they got overpriced. You get what I'm saying? They got overpriced. There's people that come in and be like, oh, I know this skill, I know this and that, and this shit is working. I'm gonna sell this thing at $2,000. I've seen guys that are legit, man. Like, for real estate, like, I just bought a course from a dude that, oh man, this guy's legit. Because, I'm getting into the real estate game, so I'm buying courses myself. Now, this guy sells his courses for $3,000. Now, when I'm telling you the course is legit, it's legit, bro. But then again, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, how many people got $3,000 in their pocket to be getting into this course? You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's making a lot of money, but you can make a lot of money by helping other people too. You get what I'm saying? So with him, I'm like, yo, that's one of the things that I'm so grateful that I never really got into the game to like sell courses and to make money out of the courses. It's more of like a extra to me, right? So it's like, my goal is to motivate people, show them what happens with my life, with the things that I do and the things that I get into and I have success with. And then when they ask me, Joe, how do you do this? Can you teach it to me? That's when I tell them, go to CodingPhase.com. I don't have the time to teach it to you one-to-one, but if you go to CodingPhase.com, that's where I put all my knowledge in there. Okay? Now, those guys that they do like real estate, some of those guys that are really legit, it costs a lot of money. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, most of these people are missing out on this type of knowledge because they can't afford it. So it's like, it kind of puts it where you got to be a certain type of individual with a certain type of income for you to continue to to get better investments. You get what I'm saying? But this is information that anybody, anybody can do and anybody can benefit from. But because they put that big ass paywall, $3,000, bro. Even I myself, I was like, yo, $3,000. The only reason I pay for it, I was like, yo, there's a 15-day refund. So I was like, all right, hold on, let me take the course, see how it is. If the shit is bad, I'm getting my fucking refund, bro. Because $3,000 is a lot of money. But I've been taking the course every day for 1 hour, bro. It's legit, bro. It's legit, legit, legit. Like the dude gives you a whole bunch of things, even like how you call this, like forms on how to get properties, and it gives you all the resources on how to get properties ahead of time before people even post them online on like Zillow.com and things like that. So like there's times that you could get a wedge deal. Like let's say a house costs $400,000, right? It needs a couple of little work, but it's in a neighborhood where the house itself could sell for 700, 800. So you're really buying at half price, and you could put in like $50,000 to $80,000 in fixing it up, and then you could sell it and make about $300,000 in profit. Now, in a situation like that, like once they list it to Zillow, that shit is ransacked. Everybody's looking for those type of properties. But if you could get it before they hit Zillow, right? Then you Gucci. Now you're in there with the developers, right? They call developers, not like developers of coding, but guys who are having developers and construction companies. Like the average person doesn't even have access to this type of thing. And that's the thing that what I was saying. Like most people don't even know about it because they're not buying this $3,000 course from this dude. You get what I'm saying? And maybe they don't have somebody who really does it at that level. So people miss out on opportunities. It's like what I'm doing right now. Like I'm talking about Shopify. I'm doing all this stuff. If I was to be like, yo, I'm selling my Shopify course at $2,000, how many people could go in there and buy the course? Maybe 2,000 people, right? Maybe 1,000 people, or even 100 people. Let's say 100 people could buy it at $2,000. But that means only 100 people got the benefit. And yeah, I could earn $200,000 quick without having to do no work, without having to fucking help nobody out. I get to keep my course real small, so I could do like little one-on-one sessions here and there. But how many people did I really help? Only 100 people, because I priced them out. I don't like doing that. I'd rather just come in and put it where anybody could get this knowledge, man. I don't want nobody getting left behind, because I know what it is to be broke and be like, yo, I don't got $2,000, bro. You know what was freaking crazy? That before, no, after the music, because when I used to do music, I made some money. I made like a good $20,000 one time. But one thing that is interesting is that I never had on my bank account. I never had in my bank account since I started working for companies, like regular jobs and things like that. I never had more than $2,500 in my pocket, like in my bank account, ever. And we're talking about, I started working at the age of 14 all the way to what? To like, let's say 23 till 23. I was working regular jobs. So, and I never had more than $2,500. So that tells you something, like, yo, those regular jobs, bro, it's like they keep you, they maintain you to survive, but you're never going up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Tony Valentine, how do you know when you're ready for a job interview, tech interviews? You never know. You just go. It's not for you to decide if you're ready. It's for them to decide if you're ready. You just apply. You get what I'm saying? You just apply. Yeah, man. Let me see. I spent a lot of money in property training. Yeah, it costs money. When that's the thing. When you want to make money, it's gonna cost you money. And I knew that from the beginning. I knew that if I want to get like the best instructors when it comes to like real estate and people that really have done it before, and I want to get into that game, like I need to really be well informed because you could lose a lot of money. So if I'm gonna jump into that game in January I'm buying my second property. You know, uh, my house, is my first property, right? That I ever bought. Now I'm jumping into my second property, and then the goal is that by June I'm gonna buy my third property, and that's how I'm gonna do it. My goal is to get it to a point where I could set up my own construction company. Like which is it's crazy because I don't know anything about construction, but my goal is to get it to a point where because I look at one of my boys. His name is Junie. You guys can go check him out on Instagram. I got a couple of pictures with him. He got properties on properties, bro. He got Airbnbs on Airbnbs. He got freaking restaurants. He got a whole bunch of shit. He got the Rolls Royces. He got the Lamborghinis. He got all of that, right? But what he does is he has um his own company that does the construction for him. So he hires guys that are that are really good and hires them within his own company. So that's one of my goals, right? So in a year or two, once I already get the hang of it, I'm gonna hire my own construction guys, right, for remodeling, and that's gonna cut down on the cost of like remodeling homes. So my goal is to have one or two properties per month that we're fixing and rehabbing and just pushing it out there. Now again, think about it like this. You know, 8 years ago, I was dead broke. 2012, 2011, I was dead broke, living in my mom's house. Now look at where we at right now. Like we're making moves to go and buy, or not buy, set up like multiple homes that we could sell. Like my mom never even could dream of something like that. Like you know, she never got to buy a house here in the U.S. I'm gonna buy her first home next year. So just with that, just imagine the growth. Just imagine the growth right now. This is my favorite part of this car, just for the parking. Okay, let's see. Let's get this. Hold on.
How can I help?
Sorry, Mercedes. All right.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I wanna write a check because I don't have no checkbooks, right? And I wanna write a check to a company, Masters Restoration.
So do you want because you have two options. You can either get a cashier's check, depending on your account, it might waive the fee, but the cashier's check is $8 if it doesn't waive it, or you can get a temporary check. It'll have the routing and your account number, and it's like as if you were writing out a
Yeah,
check.
yeah. I mean, either way, because I think I talked to somebody here yesterday or the day on Friday or something like that, and they told me that because my account is in Connecticut, then I can't really do it. I guess the second way, how you were saying,
Oh,
was
the temporary check?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do a cashier's check.
Just put it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Alrighty, so are we gonna take the money out of your account or is it cash?
Yeah, you can take it out of the account.
Is it a checking?
Is it checking?
I'm going to just hand this over to you. Just put the amount, sign it, your name. If you know your account number, good. If not, just give me your card. I got you.
Okay.
And then on the back, just write out who you want it to be written out to. Okay?
Okay, cool. All right, kids. Moment of truth, man, right? That's what we came outside for. So, yeah, bro. It's crazy. Right now we writing checks for companies for like 6,000, Let me see. Let me see the right numbers. Look at that shit. Making moves, man. Now this is for a restoration company that's doing some work in my crib. So this is like for, you know, about almost 6,754. That's what I'm saying. So give me a second, guys. 1,000. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna get back into this. You know how I like to do it live. Okay, we got $6,754 for construction that they're doing in my crib, remodeling. Okay.
How may I help you?
All right, so we got this one. Here we go. All right, cool.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again, please?
Yo, Mercedes nosy. Mercedes out over here, all up in my business, listening to everything that we do. So yeah, man, just making connections out here in Florida. I'm getting into the real estate game. You know, the first move is buying my house. We bought it. We did some renovations in my house. Okay. We already spent about probably around like 34 grand in my house just doing renovations and buying things for it. Which is crazy. So I bought my house for 330 grand around there, and basically the home, once we're done with everything, it's already made. We already got equity, bro. Like we bought it. The house itself, it was previously sold. It's right here, the information. Oh, you know what, I forgot one thing. Let me add one thing to it. Masters restoration. Hold on, guys. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, nah, I love this car. That's why it's my, one of my dreams to buy. I say, you know what, let's buy it. The what? This is the ML. No, not the ML. This is the GLS. Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah, that's the one that I used to have. Now I just upgraded to this one.
I drove it one time and it was so weird. It was like shifting and I'm like,
Yeah. The good thing about it is it's like an iPad. It's like you just, it's like everything is all touchscreen and, so it's pretty cool. Now you could get it, man. Yeah, man. Now again, this is why I love my Mercedes, man. It's flexing. Listen, man, this is not flexing. Flexing is gonna be when we pop up on that freaking Rolls Royce. Give me to next year, bro. When we look to the sky, right now you can see the sky. When we see the galaxy, that's when we really gonna be. Yeah, man. Cam Perry's like, yo, the car shouldn't talk like that. Yeah, now the car, bro. Sometimes it gets annoying because if you say Mercedes, like Mercedes just comes out of nowhere, randomly. You'll be like something Mercedes or yeah.
Is this including the $8?
6,770 6,754.78 cents.
Is what you need it for.
Yeah.
So it's an $8 fee. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
that's fine. That's
$8
fine.
check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just making sure you didn't already include it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that.
Talk about CodingPhase. You guys are stupid. Yeah. I'm just gonna be promoting CodingPhase everywhere I go. Nah, I can't be doing that, bro. Yeah, that's like the other day. I stopped. I stopped at a pizzeria, right? And seen this young Puerto Rican kid, and he's like, cause that's the thing, I feel like sometimes like certain people don't appreciate the whips like that, but Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, like we know, like when we see a car outside, we know what that shit is worth, you know. Like most people, they don't really, they're not into cars like that, but the guys that are really into cars, like they'll stop. They're like, yo, bro, that shit is hard, because usually that's the other thing too. Like in this type of car, like you don't see many of people like myself, like Latinos in this type of cars, like unless they're like really big business owners and shit like that. Because most people, they're not spending above $100,000 on an SUV, bro. They're not doing that, right? Most of the time, what you see is like people uh, that's not the norm, bro. So when you see it in the street, like if it was me and I see it in the street, I'm like, I know how much that shit was. Like that shit is bread. You know, I used to do that shit all the time. Like when, yeah, I remember I told you guys about like when I used to live in Long Island, right? There was a bagel shop that, bro, that bagel shop, it was crazy. Like when I had my little Nissan Rogue, I used to go in there. I used to feel like shit because everybody in there got the Rolls Royce, the Lamborghinis, the Maseratis, like. And I used to go in there. I used to feel like shit because I'm like, damn, bro, I'm over here in a Nissan Rogue, bro. Like I need to step my game up. And what I would do is I would just spark up conversations with guys that would have like all these cars just to pick their brain, to see what they do. Some guys were lawyers, some guys were like construction company owners, things like that, you know. Interesting, like now when, I went the other day to the pizzeria, like now somebody did the same thing to me, like, oh man, what do you do? This and that, man. It's like, yo, God bless you, man. You're doing it big, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, and I just broke it down to him. I'm like, yo, this is what I do. I do coding, check out my channel, etc. All right, thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so then from there, hold on, because I got to put this thing, I got to see, I don't want to scratch my rims. Every time I come to this freaking bank, I scratch my rims. But yeah, so it's like now I get to tell people. I feel like it's motivation too. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why I love it, because it's motivation. And one of the main reasons, one of my dreams, that I want to get that Rolls Royce, because when you walk around with a Rolls Royce, bro, you stop traffic. You stop wherever you go. People want to know, what does that guy do? And I want to show people like, yo, this is what you can do when you learn how to code and how you work hard and you build your own business and you continue to grow. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what's your background. Do you have a degree or not? Like, that's all bullshit. And then it's like, At the same time, when they ask me how you do this, da da da, it's like I'm gonna just tell them straight up, CodingPhase.com, man. This is where I put all of my knowledge in. So every single thing that I get to do, and even in the future, when I get into this real estate game, if I'm successful with it, right, and I start making big time money, I'm gonna add that shit to the subscription. Straight up, I'm adding to the subscription how to do real estate for the Lolo. Call it just like that. Nah, man. What's crazy is when like we be going to, like the other day we went to this mall. I had to go meet up with one of my clients, and there's a mall that's nearby here where I live, and it's crazy because like this is nice, but this ain't fucking top tier shit. You don't get the top tier shit unless you're in a top tier car, bro. So this dude, right, who is like one of my clients here in Florida, he got the. If y'all don't believe me, you could go to my fucking Instagram, because sometimes people be like, yo, what freaking this and that. Go to my Instagram, bro. Go follow me. You're gonna see a lot of shit in there. So he got the Lamborghini Urus, right? And when we in the parking lot, and you already see the beaties, bro. Like, that's what I told my wife, yo, you lucky I fucking love you as I'm staying here with you forever. Like, I'm good. But this dude, like, yo, this dude, he be out here, bro. Like, he bagged like 2-3 shorties off the strength of just like, yo, he's in a Lamborghini Urus. Like, he's just chilling. Like, he's a grown dude, bro. This dude is like 40. Dude got like 22-year-olds all over him. And like, yo, what up? Da-da-da. Like, oh, there's a nice car. Da-da-da. Like, you know the drill. You know what I mean? But but that's the shit. That's the thing though, too. Sometimes people be like, I don't need this. When you broke, you be like, but money on this and that. Like, why would I do that? Bro, to a certain point, you'll spend it because it feels good. Like, there's no way around it. It feels good. It feels good that you work hard for something and then you get it. And then when you get it, it kind of shows people like, yo, this person works hard. And whatever he's doing, doesn't matter what it is, it catches attention, because most people that are working hard don't get those type of things. Everybody here works hard, right? But you get to hit a point at some time that you be like, yo, you capped out. That's it. That's as far as you're gonna go. So that's what happens to most people. Not because they don't have the talent, not because they don't have the skills. It's just they're not in the right business, right? You gotta be in the business of making a lot of money for your time. That's one thing that I learned. Something that